الصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى السلام على المرسلين. Respected listeners, every parent's wish, every married couple's wish is to have children. The Quran, when talking about Zakaria alayhi salam, mentions that one of the dua of Zakaria alayhi salam was, "O Allah, don't leave me alone. وَأَنْتَ خَيْرُ الْوَارِثِينَ." So even the Anbiya alayhi salam had a desire to have children. قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ. One of the du'as of the Quran is, "Make my children the coolness of my eyes." So we learn that children are desired by parents, but those children which bring coolness to the hearts of the parents. As parents, we have a duty towards children to make sure they're safe, to make sure they're fed, they're clothed, they're looked after, to make sure and to ensure their mental well-being, but also education as well. And that's why we send our children to school, to college, to university. But I want to drop a few thoughts today on the system we put our children through and our intention. When you ask a child who's doing his sats how much time his parents are making him study and revise at home, weekends will come, private tuition, no console time until your homework is done. At home, parents instill within the hearts of their children from a young age the importance of secular education. Why make effort? So that you get good GCSEs, so that you get good A-levels, so that you can secure a place at Oxbridge. So the effort of the parents constantly behind the education of the children. But the question is, what is our motive? Why do you want your children to study hard? Ask yourself this question. And if the answer which comes from your heart is so that my child becomes rich and his job is well paid, if this is solely your reason, then my friends, we are in a situation. Because throughout life, the message we give our children is the main and most important goal for yourself is to attain a good degree, to have a good job, and ensure you're well paid. And those who don't believe in Allah on the last day, they have a similar attitude as well. That the goal and motive of education is to be well off. And this has become the primary goal of their life. But friends, as Muslims, we need Muslim doctors, we need Muslim engineers, Muslim businessmen. In every field, some of ulama, like Allama Shabir Ahmad Uthmani rahimahullah says, it's a fardh kifaya to have a Muslim in every profession. But my message today is not to make this the goal of your life and the life of your children. Why? Because when we teach our children only money matters, then our children will sacrifice everything to attain this goal. And even Islam. And this is what we see with those who don't believe in Allah on the last day. They sacrifice morals, they sacrifice respect for parents, decency. Why? To attain their goal of being rich. And I want to compare the effort we make for the secular education for our children to the most important thing in the lives of our children, Islamic education. Now, as an Imam and as Imams here and throughout the world, no Imam is averse to secular education. We are not averse to secular education. I myself am pursuing currently secular education. So we're not averse to secular education. But we're saying that what importance have you attached to Islamic education compared to secular education for your children? I'll give you an example. Now, this is not the first madrasa that I've been a principal of. I've been a principal of another madrasa as well, in Keithley. And sometimes when I post clips about the importance of Islamic education, ulama message me, say, Mawlana, you've spoken our heart. Cases come where children study from Monday to Friday, and a parent will come in and say, my son is not going to attend on Thursdays. Why? Because he's going taekwondo. These are real life cases. And you try and bargain with the parent and say, look, find something on the weekend, find something outside maktab. No. I believe both are important. Now, what message are you giving your children? Parents will take the children off. How many times do we hear there's a birthday party and the child will miss maktab? A wedding, a child will take off 1 week. Would this happen at school? Now, what impression are we creating in the minds of our impressionable children? That everything comes first and Islamic education comes last. This is what we're doing. A case I personally oversaw. A child, mashallah, his family are well off. They go to a private school, 6-7 miles away. For 2 weeks, the child has not attended maktab. Why? Because both cars are broken down in the home. So I ask, how has your son, your brother attended school for the past 2 weeks? Or we took a taxi daily there and back. So I asked Madrasah. And the answer was, this did not come to mind. My friends, understand my dard. As Imams, my friends, we have a passion. We have ulama here who have spent 10 years of their life to teach your children, to teach our children. And when we hear that parents have done this, that they're willing to pay for this child to go to a private school. On top of that, their car breaks down, they send their kid on taxi. And when it comes to madrasa, without a second thought, we will miss 2 weeks of madrasa. This is opening up the doors of irtidad for your children. Ask Tablighi Jamaat, when they go to Venezuela, these countries where Arabs have settled for over 100 years, and nothing remains except a Muslim name. In 2017, I was in America, and I visited 4 states. I only found one madrasa one masjid which had a functioning madrasa. Every other place had a Sunday school. Just like we had 50 years ago here in the UK, we had a Bible school on a Sunday. In the US, they don't have maktabs. And you can see the effect it's having on the children. That today, you may not give importance to maktab. Tomorrow, your children will give less importance to maktab. And a time will come in your generations that the children will not send their children to maktab. And this will open up the door of our children living Islam. My friends, this madrasa, our madrasa system, throughout the UK, throughout the world, is what's keeping our children in Islam. The day you take this away, you are opening the doors of our children leaving Islam in droves. Really, because we've not seen other parts of the world. We've not seen Venezuela, not seen America. So we don't have value of this system. And my last point I want to make. Today we have this, because of COVID and pre-COVID, we had all these marketing companies. I don't know if you know, in the past 6 months, I received about 6 calls from a company in Pakistan saying, do you want to learn Quran? And you have some parents, because it's cheaper, they're making the children learn Quran online. I am not saying this as the principle of Masjid Noor. I am saying this as a khair khah of the community. That do not allow your children to learn online unless it's a necessity. Meaning COVID. The Sahaba became Sahaba through the Suhbat of the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Uwais Qarni, he received the phase of the Messenger Alayhi Salam, but he did not become a Sahabi. Ilm comes from the heart of the Ustad to the heart of the child. The day you take that away, it's nothing but information. So I implore parents, and this message will go around, that if wherever you live, whether you're attached to this masjid or any masjid, the sohbat of the ustad is something which no money can equate to. So send your children to madrasa. But instill this importance, and its parents, the message you give to your children. And when I was studying 20 years ago in Maktab, we had some children who had, mashallah, 13 years of full attendance, no absences. 13 years. This is 20 years ago. It's possible. I'm not saying a child does not fall ill. He falls ill, he's got a headache, send him to madrasa, come home early. Don't give excuses to allow your children to miss maktab for small reasons. Because my friends, down the line, it's us that will pay the price. We ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to grant us the understanding of His deen. Wa akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.